So bring it on, fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it, this is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're very much on the way now. Now it's Hesse. Can he latch on to this? Lovely bit of skill. And here comes the corner. Lewandowski can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Hazard. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. And here's Hesse. Can he get onto this? And he's made sure that's not getting through. Hazard plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Can he get it through? Played out towards the right wing. Great vision. Not much subtlety about that challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a goal kick. All the way back.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Looking for a runner. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Las Palmas are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim.
Yeah, possession-based football can be expansive and stylish, provided you have enough ballers in your team and someone who can dictate the tempo. It's not a style that anyone can necessarily play easily, Peter.
This is a promising build-up. That's put paid to the danger. That's a good ball out wide. Very nicely done. He's on it, can he get away? Big chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. They've played it short. Now here's the delivery. That's a decent clearance. It's a promising position. Here it is, crossed in. Oh, well played, well played. Rashford is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. And he's picked out the run. Rashford showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Opts for safety. Jordi Alba. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that is out of play. And here's Azar. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Hesse, strong challenge, that could leave a mark. And back to the keeper. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, that's delightful. Hesse! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Referee's given a throw. Tries to play it through. De Jong does well not to be outdone there. Mbappe. And it's half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. That gets us going once more.
Barcelona really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Las Palmas do have a chance to counter here. Drill. Hesse! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Araujo clears without hesitation. Look at the shoots! And that is quite wonderful! That is a gem! An absolute gem! The first significant strike. What a moment of brilliance, control and perfect accuracy.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Las Palmas are in front now, the game's only goal.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Spread to the right. Jordi Alba promptly onto that, and that is that. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Looking to play him in. Great chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Rudiger. Your impression so far, Jim?
Barcelona are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
And it's Azar. Azar going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Hesse. And this is Hesse. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Azar. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Azar. Azar stood his ground strongly.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Spread neatly. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Araujo defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Alexander-Arnold, just about up to 75 minutes. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And the shot! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 14.
So we have movement on both benches. Las Palmas are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive. Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Sandro Ramirez. Out of play for a goal kick.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 20 será sustituido por el dorsal 10. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Barcelona are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Koundé. Barcelona are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Has to go back here. Chance for a shot! It's hit the crossbar. He is through here. João Felix with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
Now it's Hesse.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
De Jong wins the duel this time. Defending of the desperate variety. Showing great feet there. João Felix. Expertly cut out, really nicely. He's having a pop! They've got to be quick to recover this. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.